Tell me, traveler, have you ever felt déjà vu so strong it made your stomach twist? A place you know you've never been, a face you've never seen, a moment you feel yourself remembering, even though it never happened. Most people call it a glitch, a misfire, a trick of the mind. But the Codex says otherwise. It says déjà vu is evidence, proof that you have lived a day that was never meant to be yours, a day stolen from someone else, a day taken and traded. Because when your true timeline is altered, when a day is ripped from your life and replaced with one belonging to another, pieces of that stolen day bleed through. A scent you recognize, a stranger's voice that feels familiar, a street that fills you with warmth you cannot explain. That sensation, that eerie electric familiarity, is not a mistake. It is a memory from a life not your own, and it is the signature of a god whispered only in the oldest wing of the Codex. Kaelorin, the Archivist of Lost Days. He is not the god of death. He is the god of the days that slip through your fingers, and déjà vu is his whisper. According to the Codex, every human is born with what it calls a ledger of days, roughly 30,000 of them. Most lives unfold quietly, with the ledger turning page after page as intended. But sometimes, a person survives a moment they weren't meant to. A tragedy is avoided. A miracle occurs, a decision diverts fate too sharply, or someone refuses to move on from a moment long past. These disruptions cause fractures in the timeline, imbalances, and when an imbalance forms, Kaelorin arrives. He removes a day you were meant to live and replaces it with a day from someone else's ledger. You don't remember the stolen day, because it never happened to you. But the traded day. It leaves behind fragments. That is déjà vu, a ghost memory forcing itself into a life where it doesn't belong. In 1987, a woman in Marseille reported intense déjà vu every time she crossed a small river. She described a metal bridge with rusted railings, the scent of wet steel, and a sudden lurch of fear in her stomach. But no such bridge existed in Marseille. Not in France at all. Several months later, investigators connected her description to a bridge in a remote Brazilian town. A bridge that collapsed that same year. A young boy died in that collapse on a day he was never meant to live. When Kaelorin corrected the imbalance, he gave that day, the boy's final day, to the woman in Marseille. Her déjà vu was his memory, his last moments echoing through her life. The Codex warns that déjà vu becomes dangerous when it grows stronger or repeats. Here are the signs Kaelorin has altered your timeline. 1. Déjà vu lasts longer than 10 seconds. Natural déjà vu fades quickly. Kaelorin's does not. 2. Déjà vu repeats in the exact same place. Your mind is resisting overwrite. 3. Déjà vu comes with emotional shifts, grief, fear, affection, feelings that do not belong to you. 4. Déjà vu of people you have never met, especially if the emotion feels familiar. 5. Déjà vu of a place that does not exist. This means the original day ended in death. The memory is not a place. It is a moment, and you are reliving it. In 2003, a 6-year-old boy in Colorado began describing a dog named Mira, a big brown dog, warm, gentle. He said she slept at the foot of his bed. He cried when he told his mother about the day she died. But the family had never owned a dog, and the boy had never met Mira. She belonged to a girl in Nebraska, a girl whose life ended suddenly in a winter accident. Her final day was spent grieving the loss of her dog. Kaelorin gave that day to the boy. His déjà vu was not imagination. It was inheritance. A stolen day settling into a new vessel. A fragment of someone else's love becoming his memory. Kaelorin does not steal out of cruelty. The Codex gives 3 reasons. Reason 1. To prevent timeline collapse. An unexpected survival creates chaos. Kaelorin restores order. Reason 2. To redistribute emotional weight. The universe demands balance, joy for sorrow, loss for gain. Reason 3. Humans cling too tightly to certain moments. When someone refuses to let go, their timeline stops progressing. To force the ledger forward, Kaelorin removes the day they cannot release. Déjà vu is the scar. In 2016, a man in Sweden felt overwhelming déjà vu every time he walked past a small cafe. Warmth, joy, a feeling of being expected. He began dreaming of a woman with dark hair, always seated by the window, her smile familiar in a way he could not explain. He had never met her, but she had lived and died, overseas on a day meant to be shared with someone she loved. Kaelorin reassigned that day. The man's déjà vu was her memory, her love, spilling into his life, not haunting him, but reaching for completion in someone who survived when she did not. If déjà vu strikes, and you suspect Kaelorin has altered your ledger, the Codex offers rules. Rule 1. If déjà vu lasts longer than 10 seconds, stop moving. Stillness prevents overwrite. Rule 2. Do not seek the place tied to déjà vu. It belongs to someone else's life, not yours. Rule 3. If déjà vu repeats 3 times in the same location, your ledger is destabilizing. Rule 4. If déjà vu leads you to a place that does not exist, prepare yourself. You carry a memory of a death. Rule 5. If déjà vu is accompanied by shadow lag, your shadow hesitating behind you, Kaelorin is watching the fracture. Do not speak your name. Names anchor days. He may take another. Before I close tonight's entry, I must share something. While reading this chapter aloud, I felt déjà vu. Not once, twice, the same breath, the same flicker of the candle beside me, the same sentence forming in my mind before I spoke it. I checked the Codex. A page is missing. A day I remember writing, but apparently never did. If you felt déjà vu recently, pay attention. It is not a quirk. It is not harmless. It is the echo of a stolen day, a memory bleeding through the fracture, a warning that Kaelorin is near. Guard your days. Guard yourself. And if you ever feel déjà vu so strong it stops your breath, do not follow it. It was never yours. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my short stories, consider subscribing, sharing, and liking the video. It all helps the channel grow and lets my stories reach more people. Sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.